How did The Simpsons help me win full custody in family court? I came home from work one evening to find my 7-year-old daughter Alice sitting on the couch, staring at the TV with a blank expression. Usually, she'd hear my car and be at the door screaming, "Daddy," before I even got my keys out. But for 3 weeks now, she'd been like this, zombie-faced, barely acknowledging me. My paternal instinct was practically screaming at me, but my wife Orla insisted she was just tired from school. That night, I sat on Alice's bed while she brushed her teeth. "Sweetie, is something happening when I'm not here that I don't know about?" I expected her to hug me or give me some clue as to what was going on. Instead, she completely froze. Her little shoulders hunched up and she went completely silent, wouldn't even look at me. Before I could say anything else, my wife Orla appeared in the doorway. "Stop traumatizing her with your interrogations," she snapped, pulling Alice away. "Come on, baby, let's go watch TV downstairs." I stood there in my daughter's pink bedroom, staring at her stuffed animals, knowing in my gut that something was going on with Orla and our daughter Alice when I wasn't home. I just needed proof. But how do you prove something that only happens when you're not there? Well, the next evening I had my chance. Orla was at a book club, so it was just me and Alice. I was sitting on the couch watching The Simpsons, and she was sitting beside me playing with Barbies. I was trying to figure out what to say to Alice when it happened. Homer started strangling Bart on TV, and out of nowhere Alice said, "Mommy does that to me when you're at work." My whole body went cold. I tried to keep my voice calm, so she wouldn't have a reason to panic. "What do you mean, sweetheart?" But she'd already gone quiet again, pulling her knees up to her chest. I wanted to ask 1,000 questions, but I could see her mentally shutting down, that same blank look taking over her face. I knew she wasn't going to say anything else. That's when I realized The Simpsons was her safe space. She could use the show to talk about things that were happening in real life, because it didn't feel as scary that way. I started planning our evenings around watching The Simpsons. While Orla showered, Alice and I would watch episodes on low volume. I'd sit there with my phone, documenting everything she said with timestamps, my hands shaking as I typed. Night 2 nearly broke me. We were watching the episode where Homer crushes up sleeping pills for Marge's coffee. Alice turned to me and said matter-of-factly, "Mommy gives me pills when you're gone too. She says it's special vitamins, but they make me sleepy like Marge." I had to excuse myself to the bathroom where I dry heaved, thinking about all those afternoons I'd come home to my drugged daughter. Night 3 was the money episode, the one where Marge hides cash from Homer. "Mommy says if I tell you things, you'll leave us with no money like," Alice whispered. My stomach churned with pain as the pieces came together. Orla was turning our daughter against me while drugging her. Each revelation felt like another knife twisting in my stomach. From there, I took the rest of the week off from work and just focused on getting the truth out of my daughter. But night 4 was when everything exploded. There's this episode where Homer turns into the Hulk, screaming at Bart. Alice watched quietly, then said, "Mommy has a friend who yells like that. He comes over after you leave for work. He doesn't like me." A friend? I didn't know anyone was even coming here. I took a deep breath before asking, "Mommy has a friend who visits?" "He's more than a friend," Alice said, picking at the couch cushion. "They kiss. He sleeps in your bed." I spent that night in my car in the driveway, calling my lawyer, my voice breaking as I explained everything. By morning, I had an emergency custody petition filed. The courtroom was surreal. Orla showed up in this 1920s style dress I'd never seen before, playing the perfect mother. When the judge asked to speak with Alice privately in his chambers, I thought I might throw up from anxiety. If Alice froze up and didn't say anything, then her mother would be given custody. But turns out, Alice had found confidence in that room. She'd explained everything her mother did through Simpsons references, because that was the only way she felt safe talking about it. The judge's ruling was swift. Emergency custody to me, no visitation for Orla. "Doe!" Alice giggled as we walked out of the courtroom, and it was the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard.